Have you seen this garbage? Over the last few days, you may have noticed this mail piece hit your mailboxes. It was funded by a corporate dark money group from out of town that is attempting to spread lies and misinformation about me. We have seen the corrosive impact that these corporate dark money groups have on our politics. They think that they can buy our elections and ensure that real progressives do not win. They are targeting in our Senate race here in Michigan, Dr. Abdul Al-Sayed. In our local level, they have targeted mayoral candidate Yousef Rabhi, and the same corporate dark money group that is targeting Yousef is now targeting me. You've seen their talking points. Now here are the facts. These corporate dark money groups think they can fool you, and here's how they do it. They take a very long quote and condense it. So what you might have seen on the mail piece was a quote that said, "I support the goals of the club, ... in our neighborhoods." And that ellipses is doing a lot of work. Here is the full unedited quote. See the difference? The mail piece suggests that I'm somehow against the construction of affordable housing, which is a joke and patently false. Since this campaign began, I have been very clear that I am very much in favor of the construction of more affordable housing in the same vein of our co-ops and community land trusts that exist all over the city of Ann Arbor. What I am against, however, is giving large corporate developers hundreds of millions of our tax dollars to largely pay for 3 parking garages, as in the case of Arbor South at Briarwood. And the huge emphasis that our city is placing on building luxury condos, like at what's going to be built at the site here behind me on Packard. No teacher or nurse is going to be able to afford $1 million condo. So something the mailer was really trying to get across is saying that I'm somehow not going to be a good steward of our tax dollars. And I would argue that the current city council and mayor have not been good stewards of our tax dollars. We're here on Edgewood, where I popped a tire a few weeks ago. Our roads here in Ward 3 are among the worst in the city, and for the amount that we pay in taxes, it's outrageous that our roads look like this. So something the mailer talks about is our municipal employees. I'm very passionate about this issue. The folks that make sure that our water is safe to drink, and our transit workers too, have been operating without a contract for months and haven't had a cost of living adjustment in years. This is as inflation and tariffs have been making sure that we pay more and more for the basic goods that we need to survive. Our municipal employees are delivering DoorDash at night and even selling their plasma in order to ensure that they can put food on their table. This is unacceptable, and it should be unacceptable to all of us. The mailer brings up a quote of mine of me saying I'm really tired of this question. And the question in question that I'm tired of is, how can we afford to pay our municipal workers? How can we afford to give them a raise? We're a poor city, don't you know? We can't afford it. What's really wild to me is that this same question, or asking what we would cut from our budget in order to give our municipal workers who make sure that our city is running a raise, is how can we afford to give corporate developers hundreds of millions of our tax dollars? How can we afford to give consultants millions of our dollars? And the same question was never asked of City Council when they voted to give themselves a raise in the last year, citing inflation. A budget is a moral document. And when I'm a City Council member, I'm going to ensure that the budget that we pass reflects the values of our progressive community. And I never suggested bonding out for salary increases. That's insane. Lastly, I want to talk about this $1 billion figure that comes directly from DTE. DTE hired a climate change denying pro-fossil fuel firm in order to try and prove somehow that Ann Arbor can't municipalize, trying to say that we are unlike the 40 plus other localities in Michigan that have already done so. This is the same tactic that has been used by big tobacco and PFAS manufacturers in order to try and pull the wool over your eyes. I'm here in the Bryant neighborhood, which is going to be the country's very first low-income neighborhood to be run exclusively on renewable energy sources. This was great, the SEU, in taking our first step towards trying to really meet our A20 goals of being carbon neutral by 2030. However, as we all know, we're not going to meet those goals. The only way that we can fully move forward is if we fully municipalize and run our grid ourselves, because that would facilitate a switch to 100% renewable energy much faster than relying on DTE would. We're better than this. Corporate dark money in our politics. These corporate dark money groups want to buy our elections. Don't let them. Ann Arbor is not for sale. So thank you so much to everybody who has supported our campaign. On August 4th, we're going to turn the page on this type of politics and show what a better way forward looks like.